Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about biological nitrogen fixation. As nitrogen can be fixed by biological means or by abiological means. So what happens in biological nitrogen fixation? In the atmosphere, nitrogen is present in form of N2, dinitrogen gas. So when dinitrogen gas is converted into ammonia with the help of microorganism, then it is called biological nitrogen fixation. Biological nitrogen fixation can be completed by symbiotic association of microorganism or by non-symbiotic microorganism. The biological nitrogen fixation was first discovered by a German agronomist named Hermann Hellriegel and a Dutch microbiologist, that is Martinus Beijerinck. For the biological nitrogen fixation, one enzyme is very essential, that is nitrogenase enzyme. In all the microorganism in which nitrogen fixation takes place, this enzyme is present. So, biological nitrogen fixation is carried out by bacteria, actinomycetes, blue-green algae, fungi, and yeast. There are two types of nitrogen fixation by biological means. First one is the symbiotic nitrogen fixation and second one is non-symbiotic nitrogen fixation. In non-symbiotic nitrogen fixation, it is further divided into associative nitrogen fixation and nitrogen fixation by free living organism. It is also called asymbiotic nitrogen fixation. So what is symbiotic nitrogen fixation? In the symbiotic nitrogen fixation, there is a mutual relationship between the plant and the microorganism. They depend upon each other for the requirement of carbon and nitrogen, that is a nutrient. Plant gets nitrogen from the microorganism. Microorganism get a particular environment, favorable environment, and carbon from the plant. So plant provide sugar which they derive from the photosynthesis to the nitrogen fixing microorganism. In return, nitrogen fixing microorganism provide the plant with the nitrogen, which is most important nutrient for the plant growth. There are various type of symbiotic nitrogen fixing association present in the plant. The most dominant and the most common symbiotic association is of rhizobium. Rhizobium forms the association or form a symbiotic association with legume plants. It is also a type of bradyrhizobium association. It is also a type of rhizobium symbiotic association. Bradyrhizobium are the rhizobium which in which the growth take place slowly, means they are slow growing rhizobium strain. The azorhizobium association is for the rhizobium strain which forms the nodule on the stem of the plant. Anabana azolla association. Anabana is the cyanobacteria, azolla is a fern. So they both in combination fix large amount of nitrogen. The next one is the Frankia. Frankia is the actinomycetes. It forms the symbiotic association with actinorhizal plants. One of it is Casuarina. Second one is the non-symbiotic nitrogen fixation. In the non-symbiotic nitrogen fixation takes place by two type of microorganisms. First one is the free living microorganism which may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. They do not depend upon the plant for completion of their life cycle. Second one is the associative nitrogen fixer. Associative nitrogen fixer are associated with the root or stem of certain plants, means they are present in the periphery or nearby environment of the plant and fix the nitrogen. The free living nitrogen fixer do not depend upon the other microorganism or plant for fixing nitrogen. They independently fix the nitrogen and make it available for the plant for their proper growth. Associative nitrogen fixer are mostly present in the surrounding area of the root nearby the plant. In associative nitrogen fixer, the most common one is the azoospermum. Azoospermum mainly forms close association with the cereal like maize, rice, wheat, and the grass plants, the grasses. So this azoospermum makes nitrogen available for the cereal crops and the grasses. The free-living nitrogen fixer are mainly the free-living nitrogen fixer mainly fixes nitrogen in the fodder crop and in some cases the cereal crops. Aerobic free-living microorganisms are Azotobacter, Bergerunkia. Anaerobic among anaerobic Clostridium desulfovibrio are the dominant one. Cyanobacteria can fix nitrogen symbiotically and even in the form of even as a free-living microorganism. So here are some example of cyanobacteria: Anabanar, Nostoc, Calothrix. In associative, the dominant one is the Azoospermum. Now, how the free-living organism fixes nitrogen and how symbiotic microorganism fixes the nitrogen. The free-living microorganisms are present in the rhizospheric zone of the root. So there are various type of microorganisms which are present in the rhizospheric region. They may take large amount of nitrogen. They may survive in very less amount of nitrogen. They takes the dissolved organic carbon which is present in the soil as a food material and energy source. Take that. Now take up the nitrogen which is present in the atmosphere, convert it into ammonia and release it into the soil. From the soil, the root take up the nitrogen as they fix the nitrogen N2 and convert it into ammonical form. So plant can take the nitrogen in form of ammonia. In the symbiotic nitrogen fixation, in symbiotic nitrogen fixation, the microorganisms are associated with particular plant part. So here are the examples of Rhizobia and Frankia. They form the root nodules in the plant. These organisms are aerobic organisms and they fixes the nitrogen in presence of oxygen. But when they are present in the nodule, they can fix nitrogen in very less amount of oxygen. So this organism capture the nitrogen, convert it into ammonical form, and then this ammonical form is converted into amino acid and again sent back to the plants. The plant provides carbon, oxygen and nutrients to the root nodule in which the microorganisms are present. Here are some differences between symbiotic and non-symbiotic nitrogen fixation. In the symbiotic nitrogen fixation, the plants and microorganisms are in close association, symbiotic association with each other. One provide carbon to the microorganism and the second one, that is a microorganism, provide nitrogen to the plant. In non-symbiotic nitrogen fixation, no such symbiotic or mutual relationship is necessary. They can fix nitrogen in presence of the plant or in absence of any plant. They can fix nitrogen aerobically, anaerobically. They are both phototropic and heterotropic and autotropic bacteria. This type of microorganisms, symbiotic microorganisms, always form a close relation with the plant. The non-symbiotic microorganisms are present in the soil as free-living microorganisms. Main compounds which are formed by the symbiotic nitrogen fixer are ammonia, amino acid, ureides. The non-symbiotic nitrogen fixer or microorganism forms ammonia, nitrite and nitrate. In symbiotic nitrogen fixation, the bacteria provide nitrogen to the host plant directly, but in non-symbiotic nitrogen fixation, bacteria provides nitrogen to the host plant indirectly. They makes the nitrogen available in the soil, which is taken up by the plant for metabolic activities. Example of symbiotic nitrogen fixation, symbiotic nitrogen fixer are Rhizobium, Frankia, Azolla, and Azolla anabana. In an example of non-symbiotic nitrogen fixer are Azotobacter, Bergerunkia, Granulobacter. Now what happens in nitrogen fixation? As I have told you earlier that the main enzyme which is responsible for nitrogen fixation is nitrogenase. Only in the presence of nitrogenase, organism can fix nitrogen. So this nitrogenase enzyme was first extracted from an organism named Clostridium. Nitrogenase enzyme has two components. One is called MOFE protein and second one is called iron protein. There are mainly three types of nitrogenase enzyme which are present in the environment. First one is the molybdenum nitrogenase, second one is the vanadium, third one is the iron nitrogenase. Molybdenum nitrogenase is present in most of the organism, but and vanadium and iron nitrogenase are the alternative form of molybdenum nitrogenase. If molybdenum nitrogenase is absent, then this form can prevail in an organism. Azotobacter is an organism in which all three forms of nitrogenase are available. Now we will talk about the component of nitrogenase. There are two types of protein which are present in the nitrogenase enzyme. The first one is the MOFE protein. It is also called dinitrogenase. The second one is the Fe protein. It is also called dinitrogen reductase. MOFE protein, it is also called FeMO protein. So this FeMO protein has 4 subunits. It is heterotetramer, means it consists of 4 subunits. 2 subunits are made up of iron and sulfur cluster, and it is also called P cluster, and the second cluster is made up of iron and molybdenum compound, and it is called FeMO cofactor. The second one is the iron protein. It has only 2 subunits and it is made up of iron and sulfur cluster. This protein, molybdenum iron protein, breaks the triple bond of nitrogen. It is the main job of iron molybdenum protein. This iron protein binds with the ATP and reduces dinitrogenase, means it reduces the first protein. It is the main work of iron protein. This is the larger component of nitrogenase and this is the smaller, iron protein is smaller component of nitrogenase enzyme. This as a whole called nitrogenase complex. Now what is the job of nitrogenase enzyme? By electron transport chain, ferredoxin is released. This ferredoxin gives electron and reduces iron protein. Iron protein, when gets reduced, reacts with ATP. This reduced protein along with ATP donate few electron and gets oxidized and the ATP is converted into ADP. The donated electron by the Fe protein reduces molybdenum iron protein. This reduced molybdenum iron protein gives 2 electron and reduces nitrogen gas, N2 gas, and convert it into diamide. This process go on continuation until ammonia is formed and one molecule of nitrogen is completely converted into ammonia. So the nitrogenase enzyme converts nitrogen into ammonia. For completion of or for conversion of nitrogen to ammonia, 16 ATP molecules are needed, 8 electrons are needed. During whole process, the nitrogenase enzyme is bound with the nitrogen molecule. So here is the reaction of nitrogen fixation. One molecule of nitrogen give rise to 2 molecule of ammonia, 2 molecule of hydrogen and 16 molecule of ADP. For nitrogen fixation, 8 protons and 16 ATP molecules are needed. So 16 ATP molecules are needed for completion of nitrogen fixation. So it is an expensive process in terms of energy, as it needed 16 ATP molecules for fixation. Here is the diagrammatic view of nitrogen fixation. The nitrogenase enzyme get attached with the nitrogen gas and here is the triple bond. So it got reduced into diamide, then hydrogen and then into 2 molecule of ammonia. Now one thing which we have to know about the nitrogenous enzyme is that it is very sensitive to the oxygen. Means if any amount or even a small amount of oxygen comes in contact with the nitrogenous enzyme, then it cannot fix the nitrogen. So there are so many mechanisms are available in the microorganism which prevent the nitrogenous enzyme, which prevents the nitrogenous from the oxygen gas. So one of it is that organism can avoid oxygen by living in the anaerobic environment. So there are various anaerobic bacteria are also present which can fix the nitrogen. So they uses the mechanism which is written here. One example of that is Clostridium. The second one is that organism can make a physical barrier which prevent the movement of oxygen to the nitrogenous to the area where nitrogenous enzyme is present. So there are two type of cell which are present in the blue-green algae. First one is the vegetative cell, second one is the heterocyst cell. Heterocyst cell are the cell where nitrogen fixation takes place and it have the nitrogenous enzyme. So by making a special type of cell, blue-green algae prevents the oxygen harm to its nitrogenase. Third one is the third mechanism is that the microorganism can change its metabolism so that there is very less amount of oxygen present in the vicinity or area of nitrogenous enzyme. Rhizobium have like hemoglobin, which is an oxygen carrier. So it provide that much amount of oxygen which is needed for survival of rhizobium, and that much and the oxygen amount do not hamper the activity of nitrogenous enzyme. Next one is that organism can have such type of mechanism that the nitrogenous enzyme activity become enzyme become resistant to the oxygen presence. This type of mechanism is available in the Azotobacter. Azotobacter have high respiratory activity, means the rate of respiration is very high in the Azotobacter. So it creates an anaerobic environment near the nitrogenous enzyme. The second one is the conformational protection. Conformational protection means the microorganism releases certain protein which checks the activity of one of the component of nitrogenous enzyme, so it become inactive, and it is also called as protected nitrogenase. Next one is that organism can adopt certain type of ability so that whatever amount of nitrogenase got inactivated, same amount of nitrogenase can be synthesized by the microorganism. So this is adopted by Azoospermum. So there are 5 main type of mechanisms are present by which nitrogenase can be protected from the presence of oxygen. First one is that organism can survive in anaerobic environment, means it can completely avoid the oxygen presence so that nitrogenous activity cannot get hampered. Second one is that organism can protect the nitrogenase by making certain barrier. Third one is that the microorganism create an environment like that which have very less amount of oxygen near nitrogenous enzyme, which is done by the rhizobium bacteria. Next one is that some organism can make their nitrogenous enzyme resistant to the oxygen application, means certain type of modification are present in the nitrogenous enzyme of microorganism, just like Azotobacter. Next one is that whatever be the amount of nitrogenase got inactivated by the oxygen, same amount or more amount of nitrogenase enzyme can be produced by the microorganism. This mechanism is adopted by Azoospermum. The most common nitrogen protection mechanism of the organism are rhizobium have the lag hemoglobin, which prevents the nitrogenase, which protects the nitrogenase in presence of oxygen, means lag hemoglobin acts as an oxygen carrier and protect the nitrogenase enzyme. Second one, Azotobacter uses the conformational protection and high respiratory rate. The third one is that blue-green algae have a different type of cell which is called heterocyst cell, which protect the nitrogenase enzyme from oxygen harm. And Azospirillum, it is a aerobic bacteria, but to protect its nitrogenase enzyme, it become microaerophilic in nature. Most of the organisms are aerobic in nature, but the nitrogenase enzyme work in anaerobic condition. So the microorganism have certain adaptive measure or certain adaptive techniques by which they can take oxygen, at the same time they can protect their nitrogenase in presence of oxygen. Thank you.